unmuted. Is it audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible and
Yes.
audible both.
Okay, thank you, sir. See, this picture analyzing here, Dhirubhai Ambani's business analytics strategy, which is incredible. That means initially he started his career as an attendee of getting salary 300 rupees. Now he is becoming the man of century award, like 2% of GDP and 5% exports, 10% of national revenue. That means his business journey grows like exponential only from a pump attendee to Reliance Industry. So this is the picture analyzes that how this is applicable for our better decision making. So towards on demand services, today technologies like we are all talking about the smart technology, smartphone, smart industry, smart data. Sometimes we used to say that you are looking smart, smartly they are saying something. That means what? These are all the analytical technologies for making perfect decisions for all sectors like business, medicine, social networks, bioinformatics. In all the way, this data analytics is personalized decision making. So, what is data means? It is the information that data can be it can be existing from a number, it is a number or a text on a piece of paper or weights, bytes. This is all related to data. Now we can see what are the facts about the data. See, every day the data is expected to hit worldwide data is expected to hit 175 zettabytes by 2025. Can't you imagine these facts about the data? See, today more than 5 billion consumers interact with data every day. More than 5 billions of consumers are interacting with the data every day, and this will increasing 75% of our world population by 2025. That means the data is how much occupying we can't imagine also. Like billions of IoT devices connected across the globe, which are expected to create over 90 zettabyte of data in 2025. Now we have some knowledge about the data. So you imagine that 99%, 99.5% of this collected data never gets used or analyzed. So from all the data, most part of the data is wasted. Simply you are collecting the data. Simply the raw data is there. We don't have that any meaning the data until and unless we are adding some context to the data. Suppose I'm saying that simply 10 degrees Celsius. Suppose if I want to give some statement of 10 degrees Celsius, can you imagine that what is this 10 degrees Celsius? Whether this is the room temperature at some place or some area, we can't have anything. We can have so many imaginations about the data. Suppose for the data, if I'm adding some context, suppose I'm saying that for this 10 degrees centigrade, if I'm adding some context or some information like December 1st, 2019, Delhi. If I'm adding this context to the temperature, now you can have some idea about okay, in 2019, December 1st, the temperature at Delhi is 10 degrees centigrade. So, until and unless we are adding some context to the data, simply the data is useless. It is not having any meaning. So, don't say useless, it is not having any meaning. Like that, 99.5% of the data is literally wasted. So, what we need to do as an organization or an individual, we need to extract some meaningful insight from the data. Now, our day to day life is also correlated with data analytics only. Suppose we'll go to the product recommended system, or some students are preparing for competitive examination. They also need the data. They'll go to the library, they will take some previous papers and the information about that exam, when the dates to be announced, and what type of preparation we need, what are the optional subjects we need to take. Like that, they need to collect the data. So for Internet of Things data also we can collect with the help of Google Maps or Google Analytics. If we are doing some research, there also we need to have some data like literature review, article collection, some journal, previous journal publications. We are collecting the data for our better research. Our customer profiling. If you want to go to the bank, they will have all of our data from birth date to sometimes like this is all the data they are maintaining. Recently, we are all suffering with this COVID 19. There also, this Arogya Setu app is there. If you want to install this Arogya Setu app, we have the analyzation of how much distance we are, how the data, how the cases are in and around spreading. We are whether we are in a protect or we are in a safe zone or red zone. Some zones are described depends on the situation of the virus. Like that, this data is collected. And this Chandrayaan 2 also almost within 5 minutes we miss this locating of the Vikram landers debris. There also we can have the data. So, in all the aspects, our life is completely mingled with this data. Okay, we have the data. Then, what we will do with the data? That data is processed after processing for, for what purpose? To get the better decision making. So, data is there and data is collected from the different data sources and it is always collected with our day to day life. If the data is processed for what? To get the better decision making. That means what? Data analytics is the process and methodology of analyzing the data to what? To get the meaningful insight from the data. We have the data. Until and unless we are extracting something from the data, there is no use about the data. So we want to analyze the data by adding some algorithms, some statistical techniques, some measures, some insight from the data, nothing but this gives the decision about the data. That means, so data analytics means what? It is the discovery, interpretation, communication of meaningful patterns in data and applying those patterns. So using some algorithms or some techniques, we need to derive some meaningful patterns. After getting these patterns, what we will do? To get the effective decision making. So this is a multidimensional field uses where in mathematics, statistics, predictive modeling, machine learning techniques, in all the aspects we are using this data to get the meaningful patterns and knowledge in recorded data. Now, what are the applications of this data analytics? This data is applied in everywhere. Suppose we want to go for a personalized marketing. So, data analytics we are applying in personalized marketing. How you can apply? So, many shopping companies are using this data analytics to make their customers happy and they are having some discounts about using the past history how the customers are purchasing and what type of goods they are purchasing with the previous history they will go with better recommendation for the same. Suppose you want to go for this data applications in mobile advertising, in that also this shopping companies are knows the personalized needs of the customers from shopping history and what type of brands they need to purchase and what are the features they need using the previous history of the customer. They'll propose some schemes, some new what you can say, some new technology and they will increase their business techniques. Whereas come to the manufacturing industry, here also this procurement they need to have this data from finding efficient and cost effective supplies and make innovative design for demand of the customer in the manufacturing to find a problem that can come up in the machine which will affect the quality of the product to enhance the supply and increase inventory based demands such as wealth, holidays, economics, etc. They are going with understanding the customer behavior for personalized marketing. So This manages the price based on the respective conditions. Suppose we need to go for the smart data analytics. Here also, in the smart data analytics, that is the very used data like smart applications, smart houses, like smart projects, smart networks, something like that. They are applying this data analytics. In spatial also, the very huge of these data applications are like in the form of GPS, radar, aerial data are used for what purpose? Identifying and visualizing, analyzing the patterns of an area with specific conditions or characteristics for tracking the movement of the vehicle, destination, the public safety, emergency management, the climate analysis, etc. They are using this data analytics in spatial. In financial services also, this data analytics is improved some types like credit scoring to find the people with the highest credit scoring, or they need to check the data of the people who are fraudulent customers, like to predict the transactions of the fraudulent customer, how they are behaving, and with that they need to have minimizing the damage from it, and claim the analysis like positive and negative factors that affects the claim feature. And this medical analytics also, using the past history of the patient, they need to go with the day-to-day activity, how they are behaving with the past history of the data. In case of a disease is diagnosed, it provides the personalized treatment targeting an individual to provide the correct composition of medicine in the correct dose. Suppose sensor data, organizational data, people data, with using the collection of different sources, they can have the pre-medical history of the patient. Accordingly, they'll diagnose and they'll give the medicine. Even in bioinformatics also, they're, they are using very huge genomic data, and it is analyzed for personalized treatment like suppose some genetic diseases are there like arthritis, diabetes, like some profiles of the patients, they need to analyze the all data and components these, and using the pre-medical history again, they want to check about the components of the diseases and genomic data, metabolism, tissues, ecosystem, etc. So what not in everywhere this data analytics is having very good application. Now, just here it is showing the data science is multidisciplinary. So I'm talking about data analytics. Suddenly we have the part of data science. See here, data science, data analytics is the one part of this data science. Now this data science is multi-field, like it is containing mathematics, statistics, machine learning, computer science, data analytics, advanced analytics, business domain knowledge, etc. Now, today we have plethora of use for data science that are already exploring massive data sets for prediction or taking the better decision making. Now, data science, which includes the things like suppose a data scientist is there, he need to have the skills apart from the mathematics, statistics, artificial intelligence, algorithms, machine learning, pattern recognition, natural language processing. That means to sum up this all, the data science process is nothing but collecting the raw data from multiple separated data sources. After collecting the data, processing the data, to process the data by using different types of learning techniques, using some machine algorithms or some statistical tools. We need to cleanse the data. Once the cleansing process is completed, engaging in explorative data using models and algorithms. So we have the raw data, process the data, nothing but cleanse the data by using different types of algorithms or statistical applications, then derive some models, preparing the presentation using data visualization. Preparing the presentation using data visualization and communicating the findings. After preparing this data visualization, we need to communicate to the respective stakeholders, make the facts and the better decision making. Make the facts and the better decision making. Now, we have the data and what are the types of data analytics and where we are applying this data. Now, come to our part. What is the impact of statistics in data analytics? Data exploration, nothing but this is the data mining, or we are collecting the data. After collecting the data, what is the process in that? Collecting the data, this is the raw data which is collected from the different data sources, and cleanse the data, clean the data by applying some algorithms. Then you can do better decision making. The most important contribution of statistics is the notation of distribution. See here, the statistical data analysis method, which includes here hypothesis testing, classification, regression, and time series analysis. That means this statistical is an impact for data pre-processing. For what? To learn about the contents of the database, understanding the data, analyzing the data, to become an important part in. So after understanding the data, to analyze the data, that will become an important part in statistical science. Okay. Suppose this data mining is there, like data cleansing is there, using some analytical methods. While applying this analytical methods, the finding the structure in the data, what type of data we are imposing, to find the structure of the data and making some predictions. These are the most important steps in data analysis. Now, the suppose I already told you the statistical data analysis method is containing hypothesis testing, classification, regression, and time series. See, come to this hypothesis testing, it is one of the pillar of statistical analysis. Like questions arise. So hypothesis testing means simply the statement is there. We need to check whether the statement is correct or not. Not simply until and unless we are having some decision about the hypothesis, we didn't give the universal statement like it should be accepted or rejected. This is the hypothesis testing, which gives the pillar for our statistical analysis and the natural links between underlying theory and the statistics. Now, this statistical hypothesis are related to different types of tests. Suppose we have sample, we have the population. For example, we can take a best example of this coronavirus. Now, this corona is spreaded like anything all over the world. Even though it is started or it is having birth at China, now it is expanded like anything in our country. Now, we need to check whether this is the statement accepted or rejected. Simply after a fine morning, somebody is saying that there is no effect of, there is no virus case, there is no COVID cases are arise in a particular. We don't say that whether it should be accepted or rejected until and unless we have the statistical test or analyzing the statement. If that analytical methods having some significant levels, like this error is minimized or not, with the conclusion about the hypothesis testing. Now, come to this classification. This is also a statistical method. These are based on findings and predicting the subpopulation from the data. Suppose we have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, cluster analysis. We need to have the classification about the data. Now, come to this regression. This is the main tool to find the global and local relationship between the features. This is the main tool for relation to find the global as well as the local features about the things. Suppose depends on the distribution and assumptions for conducting or some tests we are applying on the data, different approaches may be applied. So under the normal assumptions, here in the linear, we have in the regression, linear regression is there, multiple regression is there. So linear regression model is the very effective model for data analytics or the statistical data analytical method. Now come to this time series analysis. It understands and predicts the temporary structures. It is very common in studies of observations and the data is prediction. The most important challenges for such type. So this is a typical application area, the behavioral sciences, economics, as well as natural science and engineering. Suppose we have the statistical method which comprises the analysis of models in the time and frequency domain. We need to analyze the data into variables time and frequency domain. The main aim is to predict the future value of the time series itself, or we need to check the properties. Now, observing the statistical data analysis method, in all the four cases, we have the data, analyzing the data with the help of different types of statistical tools like using hypothesis testing or classification, regression or time series analysis. For what purpose? We need to go for the better decision making to predict what happened. Such a type of things are there. There we come under the case of types of data analytics. So there are four types of data analytics. The first one is descriptive analytics. That means it is simply we have the information. What happened? Suppose we can take a best example because lots of data is developing every day, every minute, all over the world. Not I'm saying that all over the country, all over the world. Every minute, every second, data is generated like anything about this coronavirus. Suppose we can take a best example here. Descriptive analytics means simply we have the data like during this corona, immediately we are saying that what happened. So we had some news about this corona cases, first in China. Okay, we thought of okay, what happened there. Like this, we are analyzing the data. Such a type of analytics is known as the descriptive analytics. Simply, it is related to the information what we have. Some statement only there. Now come to the diagnostic part. Using that information, using the data, we can have, okay, what happened? Simply this is related to descriptive analytics. Then we'll go for why it happened. Why this coronavirus is spreading like anything. We are checking about the reasons for happening of this hypothesis or reasoning for happening of this statement. Such a type of analytics is called the diagnostic analytics. This is containing questionnaire like why it happened, what happened, descriptive type, and why it happened, diagnostic. Now we'll go to the predictive analytics. Now using this description as well as the diagnostic, we'll go for prediction. How will it happen? So in future, suppose with the virus and we know the reasons, we have the statement of coronavirus is spreading and we have the reasons of why this virus is spreading like anything, like it should be like an exponential growth only. So we have the data related to descriptive part as well as the diagnostic part. Then we'll go for assumptions, predictions. Okay, today this much reasons are there for spreading of this virus. In future maybe we have to add, or maybe the mutation of the virus is decreasing because of these reasons. Maybe the mutation of the virus is increasing because of these reasons. Like that, we can analyze the data with the help of this descriptive and diagnostic, there will go for the predictive part. Now, with all these three, descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive, then we'll go for prescriptive. So, what happened, why happened, how will happen in future? Suppose it will happens. What are the measures we need to take? Like it is having little correlation with the prediction, but we can have better measures also. Even with the assumptions, we can go for better measures. Suppose in future also maybe the same virus attacks, what are the better measures we need to take so that the death rate can be decreased? Like that we need to analyze the data, which is known as the prescriptive analytics. Now, okay, we have the data, and analyzing the data, and we have the types of the data also, like prescriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, descriptive, as well as the prescriptive analytics. Now, using this all the analytics, we have to represent the data. How to represent? Until and unless something is visualized, we cannot satisfy. Suppose we have the data. Simply, if you want to represent the data in a pictorial form, like it should be a graph, then we can have the total observation about the data. That is known as the data representation method. One second, I'll share one more screen. One second, sir. Is my screen is visible, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now, while representing that data, the data can be visually represented, then only we can have some or complete picture about the data, how the data is spreaded and what type of things we can have the better decision making. These are all the things can be helped in that situation. So data can be represented using different graphs. Initially, we learned about to represent the two variables, whether you can apply with the help of a bar graph, histogram, line graph, box whisker chart. These are all the different types of pictorial representation to analyze the data or to represent the data in a better way. Now, there we have a better visual. It is a very important tool for statistical representation or the data visualization. Tableau. So you can pronounce this as Tableau. So in this I'll discuss about what is meant by Tableau, and how to collect the data and how we are analyzing the data, what type of contents are there in the Tableau. Now, this Tableau is the most powerful and flexible end-to-end analytics platform for our data. See, I already told that we have the raw data. For the raw data, we are adding some context, then it will give some knowledge about the data. Fine. We have only, it is not sufficient with the help of the knowledge about the data. Until and unless we are analyzing the data using different types of representation, then we can go for some application about the data. That means we are moving from cognitive level to psychomotor level for better decision making about the raw data. Initially, it is not having any meaning. Using this journey, we are making it is a very good visual representation about the data. So this Tableau is the most powerful and flexible end-to-end analytics for our data. It needs to explore and analyze the data, combine the data from multiple resources. You can take the data from multiple resources, we can visualize the data. So here, what is Tableau? Tableau, before going to talk about the Tableau, what is meant by data visualization or why we need to visualize the data? What is the importance of data? I already told you what is related to data, what type of data analytics it is, what will happen, why will happen. These are also here we are applying that. So what is data visualization and why is data visualization important? So if we have the raw data, so that means what? Data visualization is the process of what? Distributing the data for making better visual rendering. Now observing here, some pictures are visible, like some bar graphs are there, some scatter plot is there, some bubble charts are there, some line graphs, some infographics, some gaps, something like here it is area graph. So here this data is here simply representing how it can be spreaded, some visualization. Instead of only the data, every time we are saying about this is the data and it expands in some stage and it is decreasing in some stage. Instead of every time giving some text, show some visuals about the data, it can easily understand because rather than this word, if you have the visual which is having very important. Suppose this is the bar graph or histogram and this is the scatter plot. These are all showing that the relation of the data, how the data is spreaded. That means this is the process of distribution information through visuals. Now that is about what data visualization. Why we need data visualization? Why it is important? So we have the raw data, adding some context to the data, then knowledge part also. What means here? We have only till knowledge part. Then we'll go for diagnostic analytics. Then we'll go for the reasoning. Why it is happened. So why data visualization is important? That means to better to convey the things about the data, that is the very important about the data visualization. Now here we'll go with Tableau. What is Tableau? This is the very easy. So it not requires like much coding about, or it doesn't require any technical background to visualize your data. It is a very simple mechanism. You can visualize the data with the help of this Tableau software. Now this is the Tableau software company. It is originated from US and it is containing four aspects. Suppose it is the groundbreaking data visualization software company and it is the data analytics and visualization tool used widely in the industry today. So many business even considered to indispensable for data science related work, and it will not require, I told already, it not require any technical background or any coding skills. Simply even a non data analyst also can complete picture about the better visualization related to data. So you can export or you can import the data from multiple resources, like you can import the data from Excel sheet or you can import the data from online directly or SQL server or data repository. Anywhere you can import the data. Now, this Tableau, this is simply a software. It offers five main products. Now, this Tableau, we have Tableau Desktop, Tableau Server, Tableau Online, Tableau Reader, and Tableau Public. So, Tableau Desktop means suppose an individual wants to check about the data visualization about thing, they can have this Tableau Desktop. I'm using now this Tableau Desktop to analyze my data in front of you. So while Tableau desktop, if you want to visualize the data, suppose there they will provide 14 days free trial version. You can visualize the data. You need to complete your project within a stipulated time. Some less time requires. No need of buying the version here. You can simply go for installing this 14 days free trial version with the help of your Google account. They will provide this Tableau software for 14 days free trial version. This is about the Tableau desktop. Tableau server, this is related to organization. They need to check the data of the entire organization, different aspects. They can go with the server part. And Tableau Online Business Intelligence in the cloud. Tableau Reader, the file saved in Tableau Desktop. Tableau Public means once you have the Tableau Desktop, if you want to publish your data for online, this Tableau Public is useful. Now, one second. What are the What are the features of this Tableau? These are the features about the Tableau. I'll show you that interface also. This the interface is looking like this. Simply, it is a dashboard. We need to import the data. You can import the data by taking some resources. You can take the data directly from online, or you can take the data. Suppose you already saved the data in Excel sheet. You can import the data from your desktop, your computer. You can take the data from cloud. You can take the data from anywhere. You can take the data from different resources, Google Analytics, Amazon. You can take the data anywhere. Once you have the data, if you want to go for a free version, it will take only the 14 days free trial version. For individual projects, if you want to complete, go for the Tableau desktop. Remaining all required for the organizations only. Now comes to the features of Tableau. First one is the Tableau dashboard. What is this Tableau dashboard? This provides the wholesome view of your data by the means of visualization. That means I'll show you here. Hmm. So this Tableau dashboard, it is showing some graphical representation. No? So it shows the wholesome view of your data. By the data can be maybe an object or maybe some text, some numerals, anything should be there, and it is very informative. Now, second one, the feature of this Tableau, the second feature of Tableau is collaboration and sharing. Means you can have the data, it provides the convenient option to collaborate. Suppose I have the data related to some aspect, and one of my colleague is having data some aspect. I need to collaborate the data without much like without deviating from it. Is not to go to the security purpose, it is having better security also. So without having much deviation, I can share my data with one of my friend with easily and with very securely. That is about the collaborating the data with and sharing the data in a, you can instantly share the data in the form of how to share the data. The data can be shared in the form of visualization sheets, dashboards, or you can share the data like real time also. It allows us securely share the data from various data sources. Now come to another feature of Tableau. This is live and in-memory data. That means this Tableau ensures to connect the data. You can have the data both, either live data you can connect to interpret the visualization, or in-memory data. That means you have the data already, either of the pattern. It should be like a Excel data. You can take the data from your cloud, or you can have the data from different sources. And that means what, it gives flexibility to use the data more than one data source without having any restriction. That is one of the main feature about the Tableau. Now come to the data source. Now this Tableau data source of it gives, so you want to connect the data source, and the same I told you, you have the data source from already connected with your desktop, you can explore the data, or you can take the data online directly with the help of related data, non-related data. You can take the data from the data warehouse, big data. You can have the data sources from different databases. Now, even you are taking the data from different resources, or you can taking the data or importing the data from your cloud base also. How much secure about, every time you are bother about, if I want to share my data with some of my colleague, even though I know them very well, how much secure about the data. So there is no problem about to share the data with others or to take the data online also. It gives the robust security. This is also one of the main feature about Tableau. That is why while arranging the data in our Tableau worksheet, it should be always in the horizontal direction, which gives the better security purpose. Then next one is the mobile view. One second. In this mobile view, you can have the mobile version, or simply you can install this Tableau app in your mobile view. You can create the worksheets, we can create the dashboard and report it in most compatible manner. It gives the lots of flexibility and convenience in handling the data in and around. Not every time we need to carry our desktop or laptop to visualization of the data, whether you are going to a business meeting, or sometimes this is also a compatible passion of you can install this Tableau app in your mobile view. Now we'll go to our, so connecting the data in Tableau. I already told, no, you have to connect the data like this data sources. You can collect the data from Excel sheet or Excel sheet or database or cloud. 1 second, I'll share my one more screen. Is it audible and visible, all of you, sir? Is it audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll share one more screen now. Yes, sir. Is it visible, my screen? This Tableau
Yes,
interface?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Now
thank
it's
you.
visible.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Now, this is my Tableau interface. Here it is having file, data, worksheet, dashboard, story, analysis, everything. Some terminology is there. I already imported the data. Better, I have taken the data from Excel sheet. I'll show the data also. This one. In that bin, I have my data. I have taken the COVID-19 data. I am dividing the data into four attributes. Instead of taking the whole world data, I have taken the data related to COVID-19 cases in all over India, like different states and union territories. I have taken the data divided into four attributes. As on 7th August, not today, as on 7th August, I have taken the data and I am dividing the data into four attributes like confirmed cases, active cases, and discharged, number of patients discharged, and how many deaths are occur. Like that, I have divided the whole data into four attributes, all over the country, like Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Jammu Kashmir, Tripura, like different states and union territories. I have taken the data. Now my data is visible, I think everybody. This Telangana confirmed cases are 75,257, active as on 7th August, not today, as on 7th August, I collected the data. In Telangana, the confirmed cases are 75,000 and active 21,000 some number. How many are discharged, like 53 100,000 plus, and how many deaths are occurred during that time. And similarly, Andhra Pradesh, 196,000 cases confirmed, active discharge deaths, like that. I have collected the data all over the country, divided into four attributes. Now, I imported the data, simply I named it as the COVID data. This COVID data divided into four attributes, like these attributes: confirmation of the cases, active, discharged, and deaths. Suppose the same data you got it out of the same data, you can visualize with the help of our graphical representation, taking the line graph, how the cases are exploring, and how what type of taking a pie chart, how much portion of deaths are occurred in different regions. Like that, instead of this tableau, you can explore visual representation with the help of our very famous pictorial representation, like graphical representation also. But some more extra features are there in Tableau. Even simply, suppose you have the data related to all the four cases in Excel sheet, you can explore the data by insert a graphical representation, bar graph, line, scatter plot, or bubble chart, or box whisker. Whereas here, suppose you are representing the data at a particular point, if you want to see whether the data or the rates of deaths are increasing or rates of death is decreasing at a particular region, it is not instantly happened with the help of our Excel sheet. Whereas in Tableau, once you imported the data related to all the attributes, it is not necessary that every time you need to go with all the attributes. You can take, or you can take any of the data, one attribute, you can go and simplify what type of data. If you want to predict the model, I'll show you here. See, now I have the data source. I imported the data. Suppose I'll show you one empty box, then I'll show. See, here this is my Tableau interface. In this Tableau interface, I already have the COVID data, and this is the data related to all the four attributes all over the country. Well, suppose if the data is there, here it shows here rows and columns, some show me. So, suppose in this side we have some graphical representations and they are not viewing also. If you want to import the data, and remember here we didn't require any code or any technical background to visualize the data. Simply we need to drag and drop the respective data and interpret in rows and columns. You can have the better visualization about the data. Suppose rows I want to put, see here, I want to drag this rows here. And in columns, so rows I put the state. See here, and Maniko, it is giving alphabetical. So in our country, these are all the regions. Andhra Pradesh, it is giving like alphabetical order. Even I didn't import like alphabetical order, it is already cleansing the data. Once we are importing the data to Tableau, it directly cleans the data. It automatically cleans the data, put it in a better manner. Suppose by default, if you want to enter one place in two times, suppose I'm entering the data related to Andhra Pradesh in two times, even you are importing the same data here Tableau, it will not takes more than one time. That is also a better advantage in Tableau. So once you are importing the data rows, I am dragging that rows, the states, only states. In the columns, suppose I'm taking the active part. See, simply you can go for drag the, one second, this sheet, hide this title. Suppose here I need to import the active cases. I will put them. Now, once I am importing the active cases sum in columns, I didn't put anything. Directly in this left corner, show me all are enabled. See, I'll show you. Previously, they are not enabled anything. Simply we have the show, and once you are importing the data related to different attributes, how you are arranging that data by simply drag and drop. In rows, you imported the data related to states. Suppose in columns, I am putting this active. Now you are seeing here how many visual representations are happening for these two. Suppose I want to see, for example, I am seeing this bar graph. Suppose I want to represent this states and the active cases in a pie chart. Now immediately it shows. This is we already have knowledge about the pie chart. This is the circular shape and each slice represents. Whereas in our Excel sheet, if you want to represent the same graph, it is very difficult to check the portions here. Now every slice is representing how many active cases are there. Suppose this is the slice representing in Uttar Pradesh 43,000 active cases are there. In Tamil Nadu 53,000 active cases are there, because I am importing the data related to active cases. Suppose I will put one more here. Say this is box whisker chart. This is known as the box whisker chart. This is also very good application in statistical analysis, which gives the better visual representation. So what does it mean, this box whisker chart? This is the pillar about the data analytics tool. This is also an important pillar about the data analysis. So this box whisker chart is nothing but 5 summary formula. So suppose I want to check here the box. One second. Here I want to check. This box is containing like 5 summary formula, which is containing the maximum, minimum, median, and lower quartile, upper quartile. So 5 summary. I didn't calculated anything. Simply I'm importing the data. By default, it will calculate from the active cases what is the minimum part, what is the maximum part, what is the median of the active data, and what is the lower quartile about the data, as well as the upper quartile about the data. Automatically it will calculate all the 5 summary, and it represents in a box whisker chart. This is called a box whisker chart. It will give a very good application about the data analytics tools. Suppose I am importing one more here. Mm, and that's active one. Here I didn't put them. Mm, I didn't put here also. Simply I am putting here states, because I need to represent always the rows related to states. And here also I need to put, suppose I am taking all the 4 attributes: deaths, active, confirmed, and one more attribute I am adding here, discharged. Suppose, see here, I'm adding all the 4 attributes in the columns, only the rows is states. This here representing all the box plots in every region. What is the box whisker chart it gives? Here it is here it is in state Bihar. The active cases are 23, confirmed 67, deaths, discharge. So in every region, it represents the box chart. What is the minimum, maximum, median, like lower quartile and upper quartile. So accordingly, we can check the data. Suppose I have given the all 4 attributes in columns, and I imported only the states in the rows. With the options here, you can, instead of seeing this in horizontal direction, you can see like a vertical direction also. In this vertical direction, if you want to observe with this better visualization representation, you can easily understand where the cases are more and how many cases are active. See, suppose I want to go for Andhra Pradesh region. Here it indicates, this color indicates the active cases and confirmed cases, and how many people are discharged and how many deaths are occurred. Like that, we can analyze the data with the help of this Tableau visualization. Not only we are representing only the graphs. Suppose we want to analyze the data. Analyze the data means, suppose, see here in the last, it is showing the, it is looking like a one note only. Once you are representing the data, we need to store the data in different notebooks. Like in Microsoft Teams, we have creating notebooks for online teaching, notebooks, adding pages like that. Here also we already have data source. I have imported the data from my Excel sheet. After the data is imported, now this interface is looking like some notebook only. In that notebook, I need to add some pages like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, etc. You can add so many sheets. Simply you are pressing here like our one notebook. Suppose you have visualized every data with the help of this different graphical representation. Then we'll go to our dashboard. Suppose I have the new dashboard. In the dashboard already I have the visual representations in different sheets. Sheet 1, I have the visual representation of this graph, locating in the states the all four attributes. And sheet 2, sheet 3, something like I have all the sheets are importing with this better visual representation. Then I'll move to the dashboard. Now it is simply showing an empty dashboard only. So what is this dashboard? I already told that this is the wholesome view of your data. That wholesome view of your data by the mean of visualization. Suppose initially this is the new dashboard. I want to import my work, whatever the worksheets I created here for all the different attributes. After importing the data and taking the visualization using different visual representation methods, adding the sheets. Suppose I have some sheets here. Now simply I need to add the sheet here. See, once one sheet is already ready. Suppose uh, sheet 1. Now I can go for sheet 2. I'll first I complete all the sheets here. And here some confirmed cases I need to take. And I'll add one more. Discharge also I have taken. Now automatically it represents what type of graph is suitable for your better visualization. That is my sheet 2. I have taken the states in rows and the sum of confirmed cases and sum of deaths in the column. Now I'll go to the third sheet. Third sheet. Suppose now I'll go here, some discharge, some deaths. One second. Some discharged. So suppose in the rows I have taken discharged, and columns I have taken deaths, and confirmed also I have to take. Now I have taken rows as deaths and confirmed cases, and discharged I will take here. Discharge, confirmed, deaths active, confirmed active. Why again here active? Only deaths I have taken here, confirmed active, and suppose I didn't take the here, just I'm discharged. See, these are the features I have taken. Rows I have taken the dates, as well as I will take the states also. States I have taken. Now, once I am importing the data related to all the different attributes, arranging them in rows and columns, immediately here in the right hand side, pop-up button is now enabled. Previously it is disabled, now it is enabling. It shows that what are the better visual representation about the concerned data. Suppose I have to apply this scatter plot, how the data is exploding. So in every part, if you want to put some color or some creating the set, this is a scatter plot. See, from all the plots, this is completely away. It shows that Maharashtra, the active cases are 1,46,000, confirmed are 4,79,000, and deaths are 16,000, discharged 3,16,375. So using this visual representation with the help of the scatter plot, you can better decision about the things. Suppose you can go with the box plot also. In box plot, it gives that active cases. See here, Karnataka. These are all showing that the cases in different countries active. So in box plot, not we are correlating with more than one variable. Suppose box plot is related to some data is related to one attribute. Suppose we have the data related to active cases. In that active cases only, it will represent the box whisker chart. Like we have the active cases. From the active cases, what is the minimum data, minimum number of active cases, and what is the maximum number of, like, range of this active data, median of the active data, as well as the lower and upper quartiles about the active data. Like this box whisker chart, it will give the individual representation about the area. Suppose these are the active cases in Maharashtra, like act totally one attribute in different countries. One attribute confirmed cases we are representing with the help of box whisker chart. Deaths, one attribute you are representing in the box whisker chart. Like that you can analyze the data. Suppose I have, I'll take one more here. States. Simply, it is a drag and drop only, very convenient for us to represent the data. Next, I'll import one more data, confirmed, discharged. Okay. Now, mm, after I'm adding the data, see, I'll take the data, states. Okay. Okay. Now I have imported the data rows in states and confirmed the discharge. Immediately it will show the different representations about the data. Suppose text tables, if you want to represent, these are the you can have this heat maps about the data or the corresponding stake bars. You can have the tree maps about the data. You can have the side by side bars, you can have the histograms, or you can have the pie graph, bubble chart, whatever the thing you can represent easily. Auto update filters, and you can have the one second. I am importing the data, suppose in states. Suppose I am importing the data, states in columns, and rows are confirmed and discharged. Now this will shows like this. You can go with the help of this one, or some histograms, some box whisker chart, some bubble chart, and a scatter plot, bullet graphs. So this is looking like a bullet graph in the sense in Andhra Pradesh, we already know about it. In Andhra Pradesh, the so many cases are arrived and the confirmed cases are 1,96,000 and discharged at 1,12,000. Like that, it will gives the mm, different visual representation. Box whisker chart. Okay. Suppose like this, I am visualizing my data. Now I'll go to my dashboard. Initially, I added only one data because I had only one visual representation in sheet 1. Now I completed like in sheet 1, sheet 2 also pie chart is there, in sheet 3 box whisker chart is there, sheet 4, sheet 5. I am adding so many attributes for the better visualization. Now we'll go to this dashboard. Simply you can go see already automatically it adjusts. Now previously the entire sheet is occupied by the sheet 1. If I want to import the different types of sheets, it will adjust accordingly. Suppose I want to import this box whisker chart. Now it is already adjusted here. Suppose I want to enter this chart also. Now this is adjusted. So initially this dashboard is containing only one sheet I imported. Later after completing the entire distribution of the different types of attributes, the same dashboard is interfacing with all the activities. If we have the same dashboard, suppose I need to share the data with who is working on the same platform, I can share the data. You can have the data import directly from online also. This is the file. Suppose I have already imported the data which is existed in my Excel sheet. I am importing the data and I have taken the better representation about the data. See what are the features of the Tableau. You can have the Tableau dashboard. This is our Tableau dashboard, which is the wholesome view of your data. What is the data explored in different sheets? In the first sheet, this is the data related to active cases and discharged cases. Whereas come to the pie chart here, this is the data imported in sheet 2, which representing the pie chart. Only I have taken the confirmed here active cases and discharged cases I have taken in the sheet 1, whereas come to the pie chart I have taken the sheet related to confirmed cases and deaths in different regions in every slice, representing the data related to confirmation of the cases as well as the deaths. Now come to this box whisker chart also. In every region it gives the only one attribute. Suppose the total region of our country, we are taking one attribute of active cases. It will give the box whisker chart about the active cases. Box whisker chart again separately gives the confirmed cases, etc. Whereas come to here also, I have imported only here active cases and some discharged cases. Like that, you can import the data. Okay. It will adjust accordingly. Once you imported all the worksheets in the dashboard, suppose you have the whole worksheets and you are imported in the dashboard, you can collaboratively work with sharing your data, or you can share your data sheets with others who are working on the same. Like that you can import the data. It is having a very good visualization about our statistical tools. Instead of you are having Excel sheet, with the help of this Tableau, it is having very good application and it is very much user friendly only. Why? Because it will not require very much technical background about commands, how to draw the pictures or how to analyze the data. It will not require any technical background, as well as it will not require any coding to visualization of your data or to import the data, to share your data. You can take the data collaboratively from online. You can import the data online also. I have already taken the data Excel sheet, so I'm importing from my desktop. You can import the data using online resources also. This is very much user friendly and it not requires any technical background about the things. And if you want to use for any project based data visualization or some business analytics, you can go with the free trial version. It is up to like 14 days free trial version is there. After 14 days free trial version, the Tableau desktop is there. Then you can go for the Tableau network. There you can publish your work also. After completing the whole data, I want to go for the dashboard. I can publish this online also. Is there any doubt? With this, I'll conclude. Is there any doubt? We'll have some discussion about what is the statistical analysis and how the data is visualized.
Hello.
Dear participant, if you have any query and doubts, you can go ahead with that.
Vasundhara ma'am, kindly go with the chat box because several participants will ask the questions in chat box only.
Okay, 1 second, sir. I'll see.
One participant, Gagandeep Kaur, is asking how chart making in Tableau is better than Google Sheet or Excel or even SPSS we generally use.
Sir, I didn't get you, sir. See, I didn't get you, sir. Repeat the question once again.
The question is how the Tableau is better than Google Sheet or Excel or even SPSS that we are generally using.
Okay, sir, I get it, sir. 1 second, I'll show you this. This is the actual interface of Tableau. Suppose you have the data related to, you can take or you can import the data using any of our online basis. You can go for indiagovernment.in, you can import the data, or you want to take the data from any data resource. So the difference between how you are representing the data visually using Tableau, can it be sufficient with the help of Excel sheet? I already told that in Excel sheet, suppose the same thing I teach the students, my students I teach with the help of Excel sheet only. See, in that Excel sheet, after calculating the data, suppose you can have this best statistical analysis, something like this. Box whisker chart is there. In the case of this box whisker chart, suppose if you want to go for, since it is a 5 summary formula, in box whisker chart, the same representation if you want to do with the help of Excel sheet, there we need to calculate separately with the help of the statistical formula, the mean, median, range, and first lower quartile and upper quartile. Whereas in that Tableau worksheet, you are not bothered about our data is fitted for visual representation with the help of the line graph or bar graph or box whisker or pie chart or histogram or area graph, whatever it may be. After importing the data, simply you are drag and drop the data related to the rows and columns. It automatically shows that which is the best fit of the data for better visualization. So this is very much user friendly rather than Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, not every chart can be picturized properly until and unless you need to go for some calculations. Whereas in this Tableau, you with the help of, after importing the data directly, we are not supposed to ask visual with the help of line graph, visual with the help of bar graph or Basque whisker chart. Automatically, some pictures are enabled here. You can easily represent the data with the better visualization. So can you please explain how without coding the data we will able to make graph by using Tableau? So Tableau we didn't have any coding skills or we didn't require any technical background. I already showed no in my data I didn't put anything. Simply suppose I want to insert the data by taking Excel sheet which is already existed on my desktop, and my desktop I have the data related to COVID. Only the data is containing 4 columns like confirmation of the case, deaths, discharge and active. Only I imported the data. So this is the interface automatically cleansing the data. Now your data is ready. Once your data is ready, you need to add some notebook like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, etc. In that sheet, that interface is looking like some columns, some rows. These are all looking like our Excel sheet, but where we need to import the data. Suppose in rows, I need to import the data related to states, and columns, I need to import the data related to how many active cases are there, how many discharge or occur. Like that, if I am simply drag and drop the data, then it will gives the better visualization. It not requires any coding skills to represent the data better visualization. It didn't require any coding skills. Simply you need to import the data from your Excel sheet, or you can directly take the data from online server. You import the data in our Tableau software. Then you can do wonders whatever you want.
Dear participants, if you want to ask anything, you may proceed with unmuted yourself, or you may write in chat box.
Hello, sir.
I
Any
hope no
doubt?
query is there. I hope no query is there.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Manish sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All
you
right.
may wind up the session. And
All right.
before I would like to thank, before I hand over mic to you, I would like to thank Dr. Vasundhara for 2 consecutive days. Because since morning I know very well that she was busy in the lecture. That was 3 hours long day session she has already taken, and again she is here for lecture for delivering her knowledge and to share the experience for the data analytics. That was a great, and personally I enjoyed the day very well because I am also from the same from same background, and I am dealing with the technical things, so I know very well that how to deal with the data. So personally, I enjoyed the day very well. Now,
Thank you, sir. This is very much user friendly. So it will not require any coding skills or any
yeah,
technical
the,
background.
the
And if
main
you
thing was
want
that.
to go for the project work, that free trial version is sufficient. It will give the free trial version of 14 days, very much user friendly for us for data analytics purpose. We do some projects related to business analytics. It's very much useful.
Now, one thing more, some participants are asking, is there any YouTube channel you have so that we can share your YouTube channel for the participants?
No, sir. No.
No, no issue. Okay.
If you
Thank you,
want
ma'am.
to share my work, I am not in YouTube channel.
Okay. Now, Manish sir, hand over to you.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing the incredible session with us, ma'am. You are the only speaker, ma'am, for last 2 days. You have been sharing knowledge with us. Uh, it's my personal wish, ma'am, that we could have that visual image of you, because the person who shared so many information with us, and we are not able to even visualize that person. But still, I sincerely appreciate your privacy, ma'am, whatever the privacy you want, you are free to choose that. With that note, ma'am, your display is saying that, if you are trying to be normal always, you'll never know how incredible or amazing you can be. So with that image, ma'am, I would pay my thanks to you, ma'am, for your amazing sessions you had. And certainly, I hope that in future we are going to have again any incredible session, and would love to have there, ma'am. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for enlightening us, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I would like to thank all your participants also. Participants, you got this message that tomorrow we'll have, at the end of the session, we'll have the feedback form. So make sure everybody is present there, and you have to fill that form and reward back in 24 hours. That will be valid for 24 hours, and later you will get the participation certificates also. So thanks all, thanks everybody. I'm taking off now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, participant. Now you may leave the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Subhendu sir. Bye.